Thursday, December 14th, 2023. The best baseball player for the year. Let's look it up. 1943. Stan Musial. Interesting career for Stan because I've got his stats here. Started in 1941, 20 years old. And he goes through 1963, a 22-year career. Now, the 1940s are an interesting decade because those are the war years. 1941, December 7th, Pearl Harbor was bombed. So what happened? It affected Major League Baseball. A lot of players either got drafted or signed up voluntarily to serve in the military. Joe DiMaggio, Ted Williams, Hank Greenberg, Bob Feller, some of these guys wanted to serve their country. So they were right in the prime of their baseball careers, yet they joined the military. Stan Musial, 1943, played the full season. But 1944, he missed. 1944, he also played most of the season. But in 1945, he went into the military for the whole year, so he missed a year. But the other guys, like Greenberg, DiMaggio, and Williams, they missed 3 and sometimes 4 years of their baseball career by joining the military. So the competition in 1943 was a little less, but for the year 1943, we're going to give it to Stan Musial. Why? He won 6 categories out of the 13 offensive categories. 6 of them. Where did he win? Batting title, 357. Most hits, 220. Most triples, how about this? 20. Most doubles, 48. Then he had the slugging percentage of 562, and he had the most bases, total bases, 347. 6 categories. Stan Musial. Williams isn't playing. DiMaggio is not playing. Neither is Greenberg. Fox is gone. Got some other guys. Rudy York didn't make the Hall of Fame. He had the most homers, 34. Bill Nicholson's playing. Bill Dickey, Hall of Fame, he's playing. Charlie Keller, George Case, those are the other guys that won some of the other categories. But Stan Musial for the year 1943 wins 6 of them. Let's look at his year. Plays 157 games. Now back then, 1950s, it was a 154 game season, yet he played 157. That means there was a playoff. But his stats counted. 617 at bats, 220 hits, 108 runs scored, 48 doubles leads the league, 20 triples leads the league. He only hit 13 homers. How about that? 81 RBIs. So he's not a home run RBI guy yet. 357 batting average. Now listen, he had 617 at bats, 220 hits, gives you 357. 425 on base, 562 slugging, and 347 total bases. A solid, incredible year for Stan Musial. And listen, 22 years old. So this is an indication that this guy is legit. If he maintains this, he makes the Hall of Fame, and he did. 22 years. You know, he ended up with 3,630 hits and a 331 career batting average. So this guy, when he came onto the scene, 1941, he starts his career, 20 years old. 12 games. But the following year, 1942, 21 years old, he plays 142 games and bats .315. So the St. Louis Cardinals, they knew they had somebody on their roster that was pretty good. And so we're going to give the year 1943 to Stan Musial. How many more Best Player of the Year will he get? Well, we're going to have to find out as we go through the 40s and 50s and into the 60s. Now, Ted Williams has 2, but now he's serving in the military for 3 years. Joe DiMaggio only has 1. Greenberg has 2. Fox had 4. Babe Ruth had 10, and Ty Cobb had 6. So these are the leaders so far. Who's going to win 1944? That's right in the middle of that war, right? World War II. But they still play baseball. Because Franklin Roosevelt, during that time, said, hey, keep playing, guys. Even though there's a war going on, keep playing baseball. And they did. Okay, next video. 1944. Thanks for watching. Respectfully, I'm out.